bait, I guess is the best way to put it, the psychological bait that's going to lure them in. Like, I'm not a fisherman, but you're going to reel them in. It's that initial glimpse that they get that where they go, oh, interesting.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
The challenge is saying this very succinctly.
Right.
That's the art. That's
the thing about being succinct like that is, I've learned anyway from, all the copywriting studying that I've done, is you say the same thing in fewer words. Those fewer words pack more punch than using a lot of words. I mean, you and we've probably been in a, situation where you're at a party or something and somebody's just going on and on and on, and they come back and they repeat the same thing, and then they come back and repeat, and you're like, wait, you said that already.
Yep.
A few times. So instead, if the person just made the point and used a few words and it was strong and the emphasis was in the right place and the emotion was in the right place, boom, it packs a punch. So that's the idea and the reasoning for succinct. But the other reasoning is you have so many points to cover in a sales letter or a sales video that you almost have to keep it tight.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, which ones do we focus on? So I think it will just come down to picking maybe 3 things to just really pack a punch in fewer words as possible, or switching things out, like just testing to see what works, what falls more on our avatar's ears. You said, so can you explain to me the difference? Because on a landing page, on a sales landing page, the first thing they see is that headline, unless there's like something in the top there.
Yeah.
So that headline, that's different from the hook. And if so, where does a hook go? Or is that hook?
That's a good question. So it's a little metaphorical. Okay.
Okay.
The hook is the psychological bait, I guess is the best way to put it. The psychological bait that's going to lure them in. Like, I'm not a fisherman, but you're going to reel them in. It's that initial glimpse that they get that where they go, oh, interesting. Now the hook can be part of your headline, or it can be part of your ad that leads to the headline. So it could be in your emails that you send out, or it could be that statement that you make on your videos to get them to the webinar. So the hook is it's almost like the one belief. It's almost like that.
Okay.
It's very similar, if not even the same thing. Let's see. The one belief, the hook. They're very close. Yeah, very close. So I would be using it that way. The headline is one big, bold promise statement that you can deliver on. But with that big, bold promise, you hook them. I shouldn't have used the word hook there because I don't. Now I'm confused. You're like, wait.
Well, so when you were talking about the hook, I was like, oh, okay, I think I did put a hook on. If you go to theprofitablechannel.com, at the very top, it says, finally, a YouTube system for coaches, consultants, freelancers, and edupreneurs, not viral influencers. So I think I was using that as kind of like this is how we're different type thing. I just recently put that in too.
Yeah.
And then
okay, see, that's a hook for sure. That's a good one too. I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay.
Finally, a YouTube system. Here, let me share my screen here. Finally, a YouTube system for coaches, consultants, freelancers, and edupreneurs, not viral influencers. Yeah. Or maybe it's something like, I'm going to throw this out. This is not the exact wording, but not people, not viral influencers who got lucky. Something like that, where you're saying, oh, like viral is just luck, or it's just like you're kind of downgrading that they went viral. And because that's probably how your audience sees them. If your audience is more of an edupreneur, they realize they're different than that viral influencer. Or they should realize it. And calling it out like that is really important at the top at the very beginning, because that's called a pre-headline. So it's who's this for? And as in fact, the more I can relate to that first pre-headline, the more likely I am to read the headline and the rest of the steps down the page.
Yeah.
Let's see. Master creating educational content on YouTube to attract quality clients and secure steady monthly income, all in less than 5 hours a week. No huge audience required.
I noticed on the script you changed the 5 hours to few hours per week. That was one of the questions. Is like, because I thought numbers were better.
Yeah, it depends on what the number is being used for. So if I say, for example, I made $103,249 last year, their specificity is really good because it lends to the credibility of the number.
Yeah.
Whereas here, what we're trying to do is we're trying to downgrade the number of hours that they're going to take. So here, specificity would be not as good. Here, you want to just say, oh, just a few hours a week. Just kind of make it sound casual, like, oh, just a few hours a week. Oh, okay, I could do that.
Okay, because to some people, 5 hours would be too much.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. I get it. Okay.
Yeah. So it's all positioning, and it's all like, how do we make the good stuff sound better and the bad stuff sound less, still keeping it truthful and ethical, Yeah. But that's what we call positioning. Like, positioning is, how do you position the best possible and most exciting and most interesting message while keeping with the truth that you can deliver on? In other words, if somebody were to take your course here and fully implement it and maybe even do better than you guys did, what's that potential? Well, hell, they might make like $250,000 a year in their first year, 500 the next, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So thinking of it that way allows you to kind of blow up how exciting you get about it and how excited it sounds to the person, because it is possible, it is possible for somebody to, I've seen this in businesses in the past. I introduce somebody to a business and they take it way beyond what I did. Like, I'll give you an example. Probably the most I ever made on eBay was about $200,000 a year. And when I did my infomercial, we had we had quite a few people actually that did way more than that. And we had a team in Canada that did 1.2 million selling. It's funny today, but they were selling GPS devices.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Now it's on our phone, but back then, when GPS was brand new, they did 1.2 million selling GPS devices on eBay. And I'm like, wow, they way blew past what I did, because what you're teaching here, the fact that you've got such good information that you've developed over years, the trial and error part, it meant X amount to you financially, but that same knowledge applied to somebody maybe in a more interesting niche or a more trending niche, or they just happen to have a bigger audience to begin with, whatever it is, whatever the variables are that they happen to have better, boom, this same exact information can potentially benefit them 3, 5, 10x, right? So that's why we get fired up and excited about this, because we don't even know the potential of our information for them.
Yeah, and this system is what scaled our business to 6 figures. But I feel like saying that it might not be believable for some people who are for a lot of people who are just focusing on the fact that YouTube is a lot of work. Like, that's what they're focusing on. It's a lot of work. You have to be consistent. So yeah, that's
part of that is, like you said, all in less than 5 hours a week, no huge audience required. So yeah, part of it is you're kind of letting them know, hey, we figured out a way to do it with less work than you think.
Yeah.
Or whatever, if that's the truth. I don't know if it is, because you sound like it's still a lot of work.
It's still, a lot of effort still required, but because you have this system, you're going to be saving a lot of time, essentially.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So just looking at this headline, let's see. So, master creating educational content. So these 4 words at the beginning, here's a tip that they say, and I've never really, how can I put this? A tip that they say is to try to write at 8th grade level or 5th grade level or whatever. Like, try to write at a level of understanding where, and not because we think our audience isn't smart, it's because we want, as somebody's reading this headline, we want it to flow and to be clearly understood with no question about what you're saying. So starting the headline with the word master, I'm thinking master could be a master. It could be the verb master something.
Mm-hmm.
It could be all kinds of things can come to mind, like master bedroom. It's a weird way to start the headline. And then creating. So if you take master and creating, that's just kind of master creating. The thing you don't want as somebody's reading your headline is any kind of ambiguity or in their understanding. So it's got to be super simple. And then we throw in educational content and I'm just lost.
Yeah.
I'm being transparent with you, right? As far as like I'm teaching right now. So I'm not criticizing, although maybe I am.
No, the criticism is good. That's what I want.
And then we get to YouTube. So it's almost thinking like, what are we giving them? It might even be something where you start with the YouTube system we've mastered over 7 years that will get you quality clients and a great monthly income. This is just one example off the top of my head. I could probably do better, but the YouTube system. So we start with, what's this about? It's about a YouTube system. And that's easy. It rolls off the tongue. It's clear. The YouTube system.
Yeah.
Now, I don't personally like to use we or I or my or me in a headline. So it might be something like the YouTube system. It might be just the YouTube system that is proven to bring you, like attract is another kind of ambiguous word. So the YouTube system that is proven to bring you high quality clients and steady monthly income. Steady sounds boring compared to big. Secure, steady. I like secure, steady, but I mean, I think that's something you can mention down below. This has to be a big, bold promise. So that should be kind of your North Star when you're creating a headline. What is the big, bold promise that I can deliver on that will get them fired up and excited to read the next part of the page? Because the only thing you're really wanting to do here is get them to read the next part of the page, which would be here. And the only thing this should do is get them to read here, etc. Right? It's step by step by step. So let's see. How did I start that headline? I'm kind of still working.
The YouTube system that is proven to bring you high quality clients and sale. Like, well, it's
sales. I guess sales. High quality clients. What else?
Or maybe that's proven to turn viewers into customers or something like that.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. So the proven. Let's see. How do we start that?
So the YouTube system that is proven to turn viewers into customers or buyers. Maybe, one of those two.
Or clients.
Okay,
so I would do it this way. The proven YouTube system. Sometimes there's a little bit of NLP involved. So if you slide in the word proven in there, you're going past the subconscious. It's just they just accept it because they're too busy reading into the headline. So the proven YouTube system that brings you high quality clients and big monthly income in just a few hours a week.
What about the turn viewers into?
Oh,
so the proven YouTube system that turns viewers
into high quality clients and big monthly income. I like that. That's nice and tight, but it conveys so much in a few words.
Okay.
Let's see if you don't mind reading that to me.
Yeah. The proven YouTube system that turns viewers into high quality clients and big monthly income. And then what is to go in just a few hours per week. Would that still make sense? I'm not sure.
Yeah, you might say, and in just a few hours a week. You might even say with no viral videos required or something like that. But I think and in just a few hours a week would probably be strong enough.
Okay.
And tight enough. I really like that headline. The only little quibble I might have is turn viewers into buyers or convert viewers into buyers. Turn is more if somebody's not super business minded, and convert is if somebody is business minded or internet marketing minded. So it depends on your avatar.
Okay.
If you ever need to default to something, I would default to the simpler, which is turn.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
I'd like to talk to you about the switch away movement, which is helping people switch away from the big box consumer goods products that we all buy every week and switching toward far better quality products from a family-owned manufacturer here in the US. You may have seen this graphic that shows that almost every brand imaginable is owned by 11 giant corporations, and these corporations don't care very much about the quality they put into these products. So you end up buying low quality or even potentially toxic and dangerous products for your home without even knowing it. This can lead to disease, allergic reactions, and we don't even know that this is what's causing it. These giant corporations have way too much control over other things through what they promote in their stores or in their advertising. Maybe you don't support those things, but you feel like you have no choice. So you run to Target or Walmart to continue buying those products that are harmful to our bodies and our values at the same time. So if the idea of switching away to a higher quality, US-made, family-owned consumer goods company that actually cares about the ingredients they put into their products, in other words, they use far more healthy ingredients, and that compares favorably to the big box brands in terms of price, all delivered conveniently to your home, then be sure to visit switchaway.com/Dave to learn more about switching away. I switched away for me and my family, and I think you'll like it too.
So that's a much stronger headline. Notice how the headline makes a big, bold promise without a lot of detail in it, because the goal is just to get past that initial subconscious potential resistance to read the rest of the page. You make a big, bold promise. They're like, all right, I'll bite. Like in their mind, I'll bite. What's this about? You know?
Yeah. So we got the hook at the very top there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the headline, the proven YouTube system that turns viewers into customers, or turns viewers into high quality clients and big monthly income in just a few hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're moving over. Like I will have the video there, actually, the video.
Okay.
So it might not be all of that text on the side.
That's
there.
actually, I prefer that. I prefer the video to be right here in the middle of the page. And I do have some thoughts on the video that you guys did, but that's a different topic. Well, I think focusing on that was good for this.
Yeah. Okay.
And having the video here would be awesome.
So I think this is helpful for this one.